This episode is brought to you by Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to sign up using the link in the description will get their first 2 months free. There are thousands of conspiracy theories, from the moon landing to who might have really been behind the 9/11 terrorist attacks, to the more bizarre claims of the lizard men who are behind secret societies like the Freemasons and the Illuminati. One popular conspiracy theory is that a planetary alignment representing the lion of the tribe Judah will lead to the Rapture, a Christian version of the end of the world. Planet they say is responsible for this alignment is known as Nibiru, a mythical world supposedly orbiting the sun. Could this planet be real? And are there any claims to these doomsday predictions? That's what we intend to get to the bottom of in this episode of the Infographics Show. Is NASA hiding a planet from us? Planet X or Nibiru? The origins of the story about Nibiru or Planet X started in 1976 when Zecharia Sitchin wrote The 12th Planet, a book which used Sitchin's own unique translation of one of the oldest forms of writing, Sumerian cuneiform, to identify this mysterious planet orbiting the sun every 3,600 years. But it wasn't until 1996 that the idea was popularized by Nancy Lieder, founder of the website Zeta Talk. Lieder describes herself as a contactee and claims to have the ability to receive messages from extraterrestrials from the Zeta Reticuli star system, which she says is possible through an implant in her brain. Lieder became aware of her contactee capabilities in 1993. Up to that point, she was a family lady with a full-time job and a relatively normal life. The extraterrestrials have been telling Lieder that she must warn mankind of the pending doom we face from the object known as Nibiru that will come hurtling through our solar system and cause the Earth's poles to shift, resulting in the end of most of the human race. Linked to the ending of the Mayan calendar, it was rumored that Armageddon could take place in 2012. Despite all the buzz, there was no scientific evidence, and obviously no Armageddon, and the dates were shifted. So maybe even extraterrestrial messaging has delay issues. Don Yeomans, who is the head of the Near-Earth Objects Program at NASA or JPL, addressed the Mayan calendar claims, explaining their calendar does not end on December 21st, 2012. It's just the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new one. It's just like on December 31st, our calendar comes to an end, but a new calendar begins on January 1st. He also explained that if a planet was heading towards the Earth, NASA would have seen it long ago. And even if it were somehow invisible, there would have been gravitational effects on neighboring planets. Of the thousands of astronomers who scan the sky on a daily basis, not one has seen this, he said. So, are there any facts to support the existence of Nibiru? The Nibiru theory alleges that a rogue planetary system crosses paths with Earth roughly every 3,600 years. NASA debunked this theory years ago. However, in March this year, British newspaper The Daily Express reported that scientists have just discovered a wandering star system which has passed Earth in the past, which may give Nibiru some credibility. In a study published in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society, a team of researchers from the US, Europe, Chile, and South America have reported identifying a dim star, which passed the outskirts of our solar system 70,000 years ago. Is it possible this star was the mysterious Nibiru system? Apparently, it's highly unlikely. Astronomers have tracked it around 17 to 23 light-years away from the Sun in the southern constellation Monoceros. And Eric Mamajak from the University of Rochester in New York, who studied the star, said it moved away from our system at considerable speeds. What about the believers? Are there any facts to back up the hidden planet? When you go online and research Planet X, Nibiru, and the doomsday theories, one name that consistently comes up is David Meade. David has been quoted in a number of newspapers over the years, but there are many inconsistencies and contradictions in the information. What we do know is that Meade is a Christian conspiracy theorist who has made a number of predictions about doomsday. He wrote a book called Planet X, The 2017 Arrival, insisting Nibiru would crash into Earth. His predictions are largely based on the Bible passage Isaiah chapter 13, 9 through 10. It reads, "See, the day of the Lord is coming, a cruel day with wrath and fierce anger, to make the land desolate and destroy the sinners within it." According to Wikipedia, Meade claims to have attended the University of Louisville, where he studied astronomy, among other subjects. But because his real name is unknown, the university could not confirm whether he had ever been a student there. Just what exactly are Mead's theories on Nibiru though? According to British newspaper The Sun, Mead claimed Nibiru would crash into Earth on October 2017, before moving his prediction forward by a few weeks. When that date passed without the planet appearing, Mead insisted that people misunderstood his Planet X prophecy. He explained that his real apocalyptic claim is that October 15, 2017 would mark the beginning of 7 years of nuclear war and natural disasters, marking the end of the world as we now know it. Unsurprisingly, Mead claims to have no scientific basis for the doomsday event predictions. Fast forward a year and no doomsday. And yet, this year, Mead was back in the media again, claiming a new date of April 23rd. However, British newspaper The Guardian quoted in an interview with Mead where he described these doomsday reports as fake news. Instead, Mead told the newspaper he believes that the rapture is here, Jesus will appear and save his followers but reject the rest. This event will occur at some point between May and December of this year, but he would not state a specific date. So Mead does seem to stick with his story about the rapture, but exactly when is uncertain. He told The Guardian the rapture will merely bring in 7 years of tribulation, followed by 1,000 years of peace and prosperity before the world is destroyed. So the world isn't ending anytime soon, in our lifetimes anyway, said Mead. Nibiru has been blamed for a variety of things: strange events on Earth, days of darkness where the sun won't rise, and the potential destruction of civilization. Could any of this be true? David Morrison, a planetary astronomer at NASA Ames Research Center and senior scientist at the NASA Astrobiology Institute and NASA Lunar Science Institute, estimates that there are 2 million websites discussing the potential Nibiru-Earth collision. He receives as many as 5 emails a day, sometimes from children as young as 11, who say they are sick or contemplating suicide because they are frightened of the potential doomsday. NASA has consistently debunked the existence of a planet that is heading toward us, but the challenge with the conspiracy theory is that it shifts each year with new versions of the story, backed up by different people, with little or no scientific evidence. Maybe the planet is out there, and if it is, you can learn how to take amazing pictures of the night sky and be the first one to photograph it by taking a Skillshare class called Nightscapes – Landscape Astrophotography. This class is currently being taken by more than 6,000 students, and it's just one of the 20,000 classes offered by Skillshare, an online learning community with classes in editing, graphic design, animation, and more. The first 1,000 people to visit Skillshare.com/infographics32 or to click the link in the description will receive premium membership for 2 months completely free. Join Skillshare and start learning today. Could Nibiru be real, and do you think we are on a collision course? Let us know by commenting below. Also, be sure to check out our other video, The Truth About the Illuminati Revealed. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Infographics Show, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe.